Brittney Griner breaks silence on footage of angry moment versus fever. And so
that you didn't remember what you said during that viral moment after you fouled out against the Indiana Fever. A lot of people believe what you said was effing white girl or effing white girls. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you remember, you know that was not what you said.
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that language.
After Brittney Griner attempted to deceive everyone with her racial insult that was captured on tape, Patrick Bet-David just let go with a barrage of criticism. When the businessman saw her pitiful denial tactic, he didn't mince words. Some people will find this type of ruthless honesty quite upsetting, but it was necessary to say. Do you think Brittney Griner genuinely thinks her falsehoods are true, or is she only hoping that other people are foolish enough to fall for them? Tell me in the comments below. Here's what transpired that has Patrick Bet-David furious. During a game against the Indiana Fever, Brittney Griner, the same lady who made America seem foolish by being jailed for drug use in Russia, was captured on tape having a total breakdown. By meltdown, I mean that she was yelling what seemed like racial epithets at Caitlin Clark and everybody else in here.
she said here.
Well, she said it. I mean, you don't need to take a later to say, to understand what she said. She basically was called an effing white girl. Now, I'll tell you this. Do you think she said that? Yeah.
As she was venting on the sidelines after fouling out earlier today, you could plainly see her mouthing what appeared to be effing white girl and white trash, which is why the video went viral. The logical conclusion about what she said would be evident to any sane person watching the film, but it seems that Brittney Griner believes that we are all simpleton fools, incapable of reading lips or using common sense. At this point, outperformed what true journalists are expected to do. The difficult questions were posed by them. Griner was questioned in depth about the viral moment by the interviewer. Her reaction was hilarious, and not in a way.
Brittney, a few weeks ago, you fouled out of an Indiana Fever game. Cameras caught you saying something on the bench. It's hard to tell what you said. Can you tell us what you said?
I remember fouling out, being mad. I remember fouling out on, I believe it was Howard driving the basket. They said I put my hand in, but hey, never really had to look at the shade, so.
But what did you say?
I can't remember what I said, honestly.
If I showed you the video, would that help?
Not help.
It wouldn't help?
Griner's reaction was prompt and revealing when the interviewer offered to play the video for her to help her remember it. It wouldn't help. No. Take a moment to consider that. Wouldn't you want to see the video to see what you said if you truly couldn't recall it?
That's when you know he said
If I showed you the video of exactly what you said, would that help?
You can learn all you need to know about her true feelings from the fact that she declined to view it. Patrick Bet-David saw this right away and pointed out how ridiculous her whole defense plan was. You don't have to be an expert lip reader to comprehend what she was saying, he said. Griner is relying on people being too kind or afraid to confront her about her blatant falsehoods, even though the proof is clearly visible in high definition. The double standard in play here is what enrages me even more. Bet, as a genuine basketball player, David noted that trash talk is a part of the game. He talked about how, because of their color or looks, he and other players have been called every term in the book. The difference is that no one seems to worry when white athletes are called racist epithets. There's no indignation, no inquiries, and no requests for an apology. However, everyone experiences amnesia when the situation reverses, and we are expected to act as though we were blind to what we were actually seeing. The foundation of Griner's whole approach is the belief that potential charges of racism will scare people away from holding her responsible for her racist actions. It's a deliberate deception that preys on people's fear of labeling instead of their dedication to the truth. It's amazing how he's asking questions. Yes, to his method. He did the best he could.
The way
He's questioning her?
yeah, you have to hear how he does it. He does. They're not using racial slur in a viral clip from last month game against Indiana Fever where she was fouled out and caught ranting on the sideline, telling Outkip reporter down to her, no, I would never say that. There's no place, you got to watch that.
The Outkick interviewer deserves a great deal of praise for refusing to back down when Griner attempted to deflect. He didn't let her off the hook with evasive non-answers. Instead, he persisted in pressing and asking the obvious questions. Asking difficult questions and refusing to accept blatant falsehoods as fact is what journalism should be all about.
Remember what you said during that viral moment after you fouled out against the Indiana Fever. A lot of people believe what you said was effing white girl, effing white girls. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, wouldn't say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you can't remember, you know that that was not what you said.
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of, like...
Patrick Bet David's analysis?
I wouldn't say that. Therefore, even if you are unable to recall, you are aware that you did not say it. I wouldn't use that kind of word, so I know it wasn't that. Patrick Bet David gets right to the point in his examination of this circumstance. He isn't scared to publicly express his disapproval of Griner's act. He is aware that there is more to this than a single incident or player. It concerns the double standards and dishonesty that have grown commonplace in professional sports. Griner's attempt to occupy the moral high ground is what makes her answer so striking. Although she denied that she was the one who initially introduced that into the league, she asserted that it had no place in our league. It's akin to an arsonist gripping a lighted match and gripping a complaint about fire safety. All of this is made much more absurd by the time when this event occurred. The WNBA as a whole was enjoying previously unheard of levels of interest and viewership due to the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. Every player, even Griner, was practically benefiting financially from Clark's fame. What is Griner's reaction to this windfall? Well, by attacking the individual who did it with racial remarks. However, David also brought attention to the situation's astounding hypocrisy by highlighting what transpired after Clark was hurt. The WNBA saw a 50% decline in viewership the instant she departed the floor. 50%. That isn't a statistical anomaly or a coincidence. That is a clear indication of Clark's influence on the league's financial performance and level of popularity. The viewership instantly rebounded to its pre-injury levels after Clark's comeback. 2.2 million people watched the Fever Liberty game, which is quite high for a WNBA regular season game. In comparison, that is around 1/3 of the attendance in NBA playoff games. In a league that has no history, a second-year player is achieving NBA caliber results. Furthermore, guys like Griner are disparaging her with racist epithets, rather than applauding this miracle. There is a clear discrepancy between Clark's performance and some of her detractors. Other players were practically putting up brick after brick as Clark scored 32 points in her comeback game after dumping 25 points in the first half. Place a wager. Patrick David's readiness to confront the matter head-on demonstrates the value of independent media voices. Although independent experts are not subject to the same political restrictions, mainstream sports media has mostly disregarded or minimized this problem. Bet Patrick, in all honesty. David's destruction of Brittney Griner's pitiful denial strategy was long overdue. Someone needs to point out when someone is lying to you about something you can see with your own eyes. For more truthful material, hit the like button and subscribe if you liked this analysis of media manipulation and false narratives.